Hi, everybody. My name is Tay, and I am your host of Dear Tay, You Got This. I am super excited for this podcast because this is actually my second podcast, but it is very different from the first podcast in a lot of different ways. And I'm super excited to bring it to you all because one, I really like to talk, and two, TikTok videos are too short. Literally, 10 minutes is not enough time. And you will soon find that out with these podcasts that I will probably have to reel myself in every single time. So, this, as the first podcast episode, will probably be the shortest podcast episode that you all get. And that is because I am basically just going to tell you what this show is about, what to expect, and why I'm doing this. So, Dear Tay, You Got This is a motivational love story to myself, or I should say, motivational love letter to myself. And I say that because in 2023, I decided to change two habits that I had. And by changing just these two habits, really put my life on the trajectory of change. And although I expected that there would be changes, I did not expect the changes that I went through. I did start to reevaluate my relationships. I gained more clarity in my life and what I wanted. I started a new job, making more money, and I even negotiated my salary for the first time going into a job, which was very fascinating, kind of scary, and all in all ended up being great. Then we moved forward, and I was able to pay off some debt and basically get my financial life together. And I truly, truly feel that if I had not started changing these two habits, that probably would not have happened. And it's really interesting to me to see the changes that I've gone through. And what's even better is watching other people watch me go through these changes and hearing them saying how they want to be like me or how they wish they could grow and how they wish they could, really turn their life around. And I'm excited to tell you that you really can. Like, again, I only changed two things in my life, two. And for me, they were big things. To other people, they might be even bigger than that. To some people, they might be small things. But either way, they were my changes and they helped me to find my happy. So, what you are going to expect on this show is you're going to get tips and you're going to get interviews and you're going to get a lot of me talking to you about what 2023 was like for me, especially after I started really focusing on my healing journey. Now, if you are like me, that means that you probably have started your healing journey 1 to 11 times. Okay. And that's okay. I literally have been doing stuff surrounding my healing since 2016. So I am literally on 8 years strong here. And 2023 was the first year that I really took it seriously. Like I really started to change like it was my job. And what was super cool about that was I found out so much about myself, but then I also started paying attention to the things and people around me that were not only changing, but things that I saw staying the same. And when I talk to other people on the podcast, one of the things that I want them to do is to really focus on the differences from their life now to the life that they had before. I'm going to bring on people who are in academia, who are DJs and doing their own podcasts. I'm going to bring people who are really like changing their lives and changing other people's lives around them. But then I'm going to bring you regular freaking stories of my journey and other people who aren't really doing anything like they don't have their own business or they aren't doing anything to really change the people around them or the life that they have, but they went through a change previously that really put them on the path of true happiness. because I honestly believe that is something that we are all looking for. And it is really interesting because I'm getting emotional right now because I think about what my life looked like a year, almost a year and a half ago, and how different it is today. And I am so freaking proud of myself, y'all. Like, seriously, like, it is so awesome to see how much brighter I've become. Um, and I don't just mean like in my complexion, I mean like literally in my life and towards other people, and just how much joy I bring to myself. And it's really such a great place to be. So I really want to bring you guys people who have been able to go through this transformation, but really didn't change a whole lot. I think sometimes when we go through growth and change and we want to transform, we think that we have to transform everything. You hear about people who get up and they move their whole life across the states, or even across the country, and how much fulfillment they received and had. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have the ability at this moment to just uproot my life, nor do I want to. But I can definitely tell you that the one thing that you are going to bring with you, no matter where you go on this earth, is yourself. And that is the person that you have to be happy with at the end of the day. So when it comes down to these interviews and when it comes down to these solo casts that I'm going to be doing, you're going to be hearing a lot about, you know, the things and the things that I did, the things that these people did, the steps that they took, the journeys that they're on, and how they are really forming and forging the lives that they have now. And I want you to take stock of that. And I want you to start looking at your own life and figuring out what things can you change? What small thing can you change right now that'll make the biggest difference? I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear me talk about a lot of different self-help books that I've read by different people. And this particular, like these steps that I went through really is framed after The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And it really is that one small step towards the changes that you want can really make a big difference. And I'm telling you, I only changed two things, and those two things created an avalanche of happy times and wonderfulness that I got going on over here. Okay. And really, I'm bringing this podcast to you so that you can do the same thing. I really feel that people do not see the changes that they have to make until life decides that it's going to go upside down. And that was basically me. I was in the midst of my healing journey when I decided, hey, I really need to stop doing this one thing. And I think that, you know, some things might change. And then a lot of things changed. And I think sometimes a lot of people hit rock bottom before they decide to change. And what I want to do is catch you right before you hit rock bottom. I want to catch you 10 steps before you hit rock bottom, where you realize that you have to change and there's literally nothing else that you can do. I want to hit you right before that happens. And the reason why is because even if you like stop yourself right before you hit rock bottom, you're still going to feel that low, but you won't hit the low. And I hit the low, and I didn't realize that that low was going to cause such a big shift. But everybody's low is different. Mine was relationships. Mine was also alcohol, but some of yours might be being a workaholic, or not having enough time for yourself, or not really showing yourself your true potential. And that's really why I'm doing this. I want you to know that no matter where you are in your life, Trust and believe. You got this. And I've listened to so many podcasts over the years. And in the last 2 years, I have listened to so many podcasts that talked about your dreams and quitting your day job to do what it is that your heart really desires and really honing in on what it is that you can do to change your life. And I wish that I had somebody in my corner like, yes, I understand that this is hard, but you got to do it. And that's what those podcasts were for me. And what I really, really want is for you to hear these stories. And I want you to relate. And I want you to make a change because one small habit changed over the course of the year can change your life. Let me say that again. One small habit over the course of a year can really change your life. And I'm hoping that every time I do a podcast episode and every time I talk to somebody new, I get just another little nugget that is going to help change my life. And I truly feel that my life is still changing, that I'm still looking for more. And whatever that more is, I know that I'm going to find it. This year, my idea is to really focus on self-fulfillment. And what that means for me is really finding the things in life that make my heart truly sing. And we're going to talk more about that as well. And we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. And we're going to talk about goals. And we're going to talk about just anything under the sun that you can think of. Because I promise you, after you listen to this podcast, you're going to want to get up and move. You're going to want to get up and change. You're going to want to change that one small habit. And I'm here to tell you that you got this. I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. See you guys soon.